The national government has recently made a decision to remove staff from foreign countries occupying technical advisors' positions in the public service sector. This is to reform the manner in which the technical advisors under aid-funded programs are contracted and dedicated to the state rather than foreign governments. Prime Minister Peter O'Neill announced this after the new regulations to relate this move were approved by the National Executive Council on Monday. Gabriel Bego reports.
In a news conference held today in Port Moresby, Department of Personnel Management Secretary John Carley announced the decision made by the National Executive Council. Mr. Carley said the National Executive Council, chaired by Prime Minister Peter O'Neill on Monday, approved the regulations to remove all the foreign technical advisors involved in aid programs within the public sector.
In a cabinet directive, which now provides for new regulations approved by cabinet and endorsed by the head of state on Monday.
Mr. Carley said the purpose of the new regulation is to reform the manner in which the foreign technical advisors under the international funded aid programs are engaged. He said this will overcome fundamental problems adversely affecting aid programs in the country.
So in future, all advisors will no longer be the staff of foreign governments, and they will now be required to sign and execute contracts with the Papua New Guinea government.
However, the new regulations do not cover any aid programs and technical advisors engaged in the disciplinary services of police, defense force and correctional service, the judicial and magisterial services, including the universities and other state-owned entities. A dialogue is now underway with the development partners to ensure that the flow of aid is not disrupted to the critical areas of health, education and infrastructure. Meantime, the government is focusing at directing aid programs to the provincial and district level away from Waigani. Following the NEC decision, a circular instruction to implement the new regulation has been finalized by the Department of Personnel Management and the Department of National Planning to advise all heads of various government departments before the proper arrangement come into effect on the 1st of January 2016. Gabriel Bego, NBC National News, Port Moresby.